Our big story tonight, he was tied up and his family held hostage as criminals hatched a plan to rob his wife's bank.
Tonight, that victim speaks only to Fox 45 News about the terrifying experience. Special contributor Natasha Williams is live with more. Natasha.
Well, 4 men are in federal custody after this 2012 bank robbery right here at this bank. Now, it wasn't your typical bank robbery. That family was kidnapped, tied up, and the bank manager was forced to come here at gunpoint to help carry out the crime.
We won't show you his face to protect his family after they lived through an unbelievable ordeal.
Next thing I know, the door opened up and this guy got a gun in my head.
That was the beginning of a real living nightmare for a Dayton minister, his wife, and 2 children.
He ties me up, and I'm tied up with a zip cord and down on the floor. I have hardwood floors down there for 6 hours.
His daughters were taken to another room. His wife was expected to be home any minute.
As soon as she opened the door, he had a gun on her, and I heard her scream, and I told him, don't do anything to her. Took her straight down in the basement. Then I find out it's about the bank.
She worked at this U.S. bank on Gettysburg Avenue, and for months, Shelley Woods, Terrell Mabry, Jason Bryce, and Dion Gillette had apparently been watching the family, planning, plotting, and scheming a robbery with the help of the unsuspecting bank employee. All 4 suspects are now in FBI custody after a more than 2-year investigation.
We did have some information from the community. We had information from friends of the subjects that are involved in this case. And then we also had some forensic evidence that ultimately led to enough probable cause to make an arrest.
That night in February 2012 still plays out in the victim's head. He and the children at one point were taken out of the house, and he wondered if he would ever come home again.
Put pillows, cases over your head and drive you around in your car. It's just something you hear about it, you see it on TV.
But it wasn't TV, it was his life, and although he knew it could be in jeopardy, he tried to convince one kidnapper he was on the wrong path.
He sat down, heard it, cried, and cried through that mask. I said, but I don't hate you. I said, the enemy sent you here, but God had you here for a purpose.
Now, the suspects all wore masks the entire time during this ordeal, but the family members say, the victim we talked to says this situation will likely be etched in his family's memory forever. Reporting live in Dayton, Natasha Williams, Fox 45 News.